Welcome back to Magic the Gathering Forge Adventure, where in this episode we continue our Lorwyn Eclipsed Draft. But I guess we're not continuing because we just started it. So this is the beginning of it. And let's see what we get. Get a bunch of Merfolk, but only one land, which is not good. It would be great if we could have more. If I get a forest, that would be amazing. Let's try and keep it. We don't know how this deck plays out, so maybe I'll get lucky and flood. So far, that's not happening. They're playing blue-green. Yes, I got a green. So let's play the forest. Let's get out the elf thing, who can tap for green as well, and then we'll end. So now I could get a 3-drop out. Uh-oh. And they are going to tap my... Okay, that's fine. So now... should we get the changeling out? I could tap for red. And white. Let's get the changeling down. And that way we'll have first strike on our turn. We'll end. What happened? Tap. Crap. Okay. They made both my creatures unusable. Cool. Alright, so that gives me 3 mana to start all over with. Let's get this Merfolk out. And then we'll end turn. They're going to hit me for 2. And they're going to get a 2/4 out. That could get Vigilance and powered up. I have 4 mana technically. I can't do anything with 4, so let's get them out. And no point attacking with a 3/2, which is now tapped. Oh my god. Maybe calm down. Alright. Now I technically have 5 mana. I can get one of these guys out. Who gets me out more Merfolk. Let's do that. Wait, what? Yeah. 1. Wait, what? Yeah, that one. And then these. Gets 2/0. Oh, I could power him up. Sure. Alright. So now I got a Vigilant Flyer 2/2. Which is good. Oh my god, and they're gonna tap him down. Hey. Oh, they're gonna hit me for 4 and get a 2/4 out. That's gonna allow them to do crap. Alright, force down. That gives me 6 mana. I could get this out and get some tokens. Get another one of them out. I would prefer to get these guys out, then him out after. So let's do... Ooh, oh man, they're tapped. I can't do him. Okay. Let's do this. We'll just tap all our land. Alright. So we get more Merfolks. And then we'll just attack for 1. Give him a power up. That way we can get a damage in at least. And they're going to hit me for 6. Ow. And then get a 6/5 out. Good lord. Okay. That's going to enter tapped. Because I can't pay 2 life right now. Tap target creature, put a stun counter on it. So we can tap this down. But how is that going to help? Well, 2 of their guys have flying. That one has trample. XX is the number of colors among permanents you control, which is 5. I control every... Well, I don't control black. Sorry. So I control... red, blue, white, green. So they get a 4/4 power up. Would I win with a 4/4 power up from everybody? I don't think so. I'd get really close. And actually, I'd have to tap one of these guys. Can I do that? I don't think so. Good lord. Creatures, target player gain, lifelink. He does not have flying. And that really wouldn't help. Let's just go wide. And see if... Oh no. Yep, I thought so. We're gonna have to tap Helm. Why can't I tap Helm? Does they lose all abilities? Shan creature becomes untapped. Yeah, he doesn't lose abilities. Tap for... Oh, I have to tap Helm. Oh my god. So I can't do that. I can't go wide. I can't use Helm. I can't play this. Right. Nope, I can't play that. Crap. I'm gonna lose this. End turn. I guess I should have paid the 2. Oh my god, then they untap them. Of course. Block with both. Well, I mean, I could play Helm, but is that gonna do anything? I have to block. Okay. I didn't have to block with both, but whatever. To its power up. Deals damage equal to its power up to 1 target creature opponent controls. That's not gonna help. I'd have to have Helm out, and I couldn't get Helm out last turn. Helm. Let's do everybody. Who cares? Oh, I can't do everybody. That's fine. And then I can't do this. Yep. Let's attack. Power him up. Their giant guy dies. I have 1 blocker and I lose. Cool. Alright, next game. We did not flood. Tons of planes. Get stuff back. Kill something. XX power up, but I need forest. So this would be good for her, but I won't have anything out till turn 5, so let's mulligan. Get rid of that. This is all forest, which is not great. Let's keep it. Force down, end turn. They get their island down. We get a plane, so that's good. Let's play the planes, get them down. So now I can... Oh my god! Stop! Fucking crap! Alright, forest down. Let's see if this creature can actually get played. Freaking A. They're gonna tap him. That's fine. I'm gonna kill that because, dear God, they don't need flying. And we'll hit them for 3, gain 3, try to get a head on life gain. Get another one out. Alright, let's do plains. Let's get this Merfolk down. Let's attack for 2. They're not going to block because that'd mean losing their guy. They're going to hit me for 2. That's kind of surprising. Let's Alpha Strike. Hit them for 5. Oh my god. They tapped down my lifelinker. So that stinks. And now I'm flooding, which is what I needed to do last game. Oh my god. End turn. Good lord. Alright, yep. Yeah, and you play something. Of course you do. Freaking flooding. Oh my god. Attack. They block. They both die. Sure. They hit me for 4. This game. They're going to hit me for 4 again. When this creature enters or dies, cool. So I could look at my next card. And I bet you it's a land. No, it's not. We're going to graveyard that easily. I hate you. You stupid snake. I swear if I could find a snake cave after this, I would easily demolish that entire cave. Because now I'm going to lose. I mean, yeah. I lose next turn. I got a plains. Who would have guessed? You take 2 damage and I lose. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. That's a great way to start the game off. I'm not happy about that. Oh, I'm not happy about that. That's... Okay. Yeah, I got crap. Okay, I'm not in a mood right now. We're just gonna leave here. What's the draft here? Oh my god. Okay. Got it. Draft is a remasters. Nope. Let's get out of here. Let's complete more side quests. Oh my god. Okay, well, let's go do some more side quests somewhere else. Why don't we look for caves while we're on the way and see if we can find a snake cave? Why would we do that? I don't know, but it would be cool. Stupid. Oh. This card looks cool. That one doesn't. That one looks bad for him. Whenever this card attacks, put 1 encounter on it for each attack creature you control. Wow. Okay, well, we're at that. Oh my god. Reroll. Demon. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a monocolored creature. That's actually pretty awesome. Let's buy that. Already got the Spider-Man. Whenever this card attacks, you may cast an artifact spell from your hand or graveyard by paying life. Nope. We're not gonna, definitely not right now. We don't got enough life to be paying nothing. Tropical Island, an original Tropical Island. Let's get it. So that's pretty sweet. Tap and untap creature you control. Target player puts the top card of his or her library to his graveyard. So you can mail out a person, another TARDIS, different art. Let's get her. Let's reroll. Eye of Storms. Dragon. Oh god, when somebody plays that in Arena, I just quit. That card is so stupid. Whenever a spell or ability causes a player to shuffle his or library, deals 2 damage to them. That would be decent for people who had search lands. I don't care for any of these. Elf Warrior that has Revolt. When this card enters battlefield, 2 1/1 counters on it if a permanent you controlled left the battlefield. Let's get her. Final Fantasy card. We're up to $200. Gwen Stacy and Ghost Spider. I would love to get that. So why don't we go sell $300 worth of cards? And that one should be pretty easy. So I'm sure I have duplicates of some stuff. These are all different. I can sell one of these. And we can. I know there's other stuff I can sell in here. There's no way there's not. I got 2 $300 chromas. We can sell one. There we go. That's the money I needed. Now we get Gwen Stacy. Which was here? Yeah. There we go. Gwen Stacy enters exile top card of your library. You may play that card as long as you control this creature. Tap 5 to transform Gwen Stacy. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever you play a land, from exile or cast a spell from exile, put a 1/1 counter on Gwen Stacy. Remove 2 counters from Ghost Spider. Exile top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Not really that good, but still an awesome card, so I'm going to get it. Alright. Oh, what's the mission here? Because apparently I still need to do more missions. Ringing Tail and Bells. Fight goblins again. Okay, goblins versus elves. Take 2. There's a goblin. A Bogart goblin. And we shall keep this hand. I'm going to play a tap land. We'll get out a Bayou. And we'll get her down, so my lands can tap for any colors. And then we shall get that land down, so my lands are also forest, including all the other colors. And then we'll get our sword down, attack for 2. And they get a 3/3. They're going to hit me in the face for 3. That's fine. We're going to play a forest. We're up to 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So with 4, I could play next turn. Let's get them down. And we'll attack for 2. And then they'll destroy my guy. And they'll hit me for 3. Oh my god, okay, well, we'll get the Llanowar tribe down. And then we'll attack for 2 again. And they won't attack me for... Oh, they are attacking me for 5 because they're both colors. Of course. And let's get him out. And then black and black. Alright, so now they have to get rid of a guy next turn, which will be awesome. I have 2 mana left over. See, legendary is not. Alright, let's get this down. And then we'll end turn. They have to sacrifice a guy, good. They leave their 3/3 out. They get a 5/2 though, with trample. I do not get a sacrifice because I only have elves. Let's get our War Master down. I'll do 1 and 1. And then I have a ton of mana available. Let's get her down. Because gaining a life for each elf I control would be awesome. 8 life, good lord. Okay. In turn, make them sacrifice a creature. They keep the 5/2, makes sense. They get a 2/1 fairy out, and another 2/1 fairy. Alright, so I'm gonna gain a life for each elf I control again. And then, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 regular mana. Let's give a power up to him. And then, ooh, I cannot, okay. Let's give the bow to him. And then we're going to Alpha Strike, shooting this down. And then we'll win. It doesn't matter how you block, you lose. Yep, we won. Alright. Okay, let's go fight some more goblins. That's not a goblin. That's a wolf. There's a goblin. There's another one up there. Except this one's going to have a million shocks, so that's going to be a bit annoying. Alright. Becomes tap for the first time, put a 1/1 counter on it. Let's keep this hand. Let's pop our amulet, get us a forest, end turn. We'll play the forest, and then get out our archer, end turn. The archer's immediately shocked and dead. Who would have guessed that was going to happen? Alright, well, let's swamp. And then we'll get our enchantment out. So everybody gets stronger every turn. And I'll get another swamp out. And then I'll get out my elf tactician, which is going to get strong. Whoa, what? Oh, it's got a tap. I forgot. We'll tap them for mana, and then we'll get stronger. Alright, let's rampant growth. Get us a forest. We technically have 5 mana right now. So we could... Let's play the sword. which is going to power them up, and then we're going to attach the sword to them, make them a 6/6 for next turn, which we will mess up my opponent next turn. Alright, so now let's attach the bow. Let's put our Chancellor out, powering them up more to a 7/7. When they attack, there'll be an 8/8. So we'll go ahead and attack, shoot that guy down, and we hit him for 8, and our land's untapped, so we can get out another elf, and I cannot do another elf, so yep, that's it. They lose their guy, and then they shock my guy, and they have 2 mana, and I have a 8/8, so I just win the game. Nope. Alright, well, I pushed end turn again. They're going to Howling Mine. That's fine. We're not going to end turn. We're going to Alpha Strike and win the game. Good lord. Alright. Dwarf Wizard. Freaking shock. Sell it. Sell it. Shocks and snakes. I hate them the most right now. This will be the last goblin before we fight the Goblin Chieftain. I'll keep this hand. And then we'll play our forest, get out our joint adapters, our lands can tap for any color. They're going to hit me for 1, that's fine. Let's play a swamp. And I have 3 mana, so let's get out our Hydra, and then we'll end turn. They're going to hit me for 3, that's fine. We're going to get our swamp down, powering up our Hydra. Attach the bow to the Hydra. Let's do the armor on the Hydra for Hydra's growth. And then we'll attack with the Hydra, shooting down this 1/1. They take 3. They're going to hit me for 3 again. And then they're going to get out 2 more goblins, but we're going to get down a forest, making my Hydra now a 12/12 trample. And then let's pop this. Go ahead and get us another forest for next turn. Get our Chancellor out. And then we'll get them out. And then we'll attack for 12. Shooting down your flyer. Oh no, shooting down your first strike guy. Trample through those guys. Hit you for 8. They are not going to attack me, so they can have some blockers next turn, which won't matter because my guy freaking is hydring like crazy and is a 48/48, and we'll kill him and you'll double block and I'll win. There we go. Alright, got some goblins. Now we gotta fight the Goblin Chieftain, which is either gonna be a Goblin King or a Goblin Chieftain. It's not the flying thing. It's an actual goblin. There it is. There's a chieftain. See if we get him closer. Nope, not really. We'll fight him. I think the flying thing will be disappearing soon, so we don't gotta worry about it. Alright, Mr. Chieftain. Let's keep this hand. And we'll play our forest. Mox Jet. That gives us 3 mana already to get our Hydra out. And then we'll end turn. They're going to get a mountain down and not shock my guy, thankfully. Amulet. Get us a forest. Play the forest. take that off. See if I could do without it. I got 3 mana available. Creatures you control of chosen color get a 1/1. So yeah, let's do that. And that way our Hydra is out of shock range. Alright, we're going to play a forest. We're going to attach our bow. We got 4 mana available. Let's get them out. And then we'll attack for 5, shooting down your 1/1. Alright, they get a 2/2 out. That gives other goblins a power up. That stinks. And then let's do our archer, and then our lord. Tap them, power him up. He's down 8/8. Attack for 8. They block. They still take 7. And they get a 3/3 down, which we're now at 15/15. So we don't really care. We're going to play our cat, power up our Hydra. So now it's a 16/16. Alpha strike, and then win the game. Let's go. Alright, I beat the Goblin Chieftain. Now we can go back and, good lord, claim our reward. Yes, more money and reputation. What was it drafted here? Throne of something. Hey there, you the undead, you are the one who just finished those locals? Yeah. It's funny, I wonder if they do different stuff for different things that you are. I have another job for you. My name's Donovan. Okay, so this is Donovan. So now you have hoped this would be an easy task, that the caravan would be approaching the horizon as you exit the gates, but alas, that isn't the case. Instead, you convert your map and head off toward the shipment's last point of origin. That way. Let's go down. So we didn't do any city stuff, because I need to go buy this Staff of Flying again, because having to actually run around all this stuff does get a little annoying. It's not awful, but it does get a little annoying. Okay, let's see what this draft is. You know, there's a ton of towns here. Let's see what all their drafts are. Magic 2014. No. Let's go over here. This one is draft Strixon, School of Mages. No, that sounds awful. Let's do this one. And go over here and draft Masters Edition. Nope. Oh no, where'd you come from? White Wizard. Ambushing me from a town. Alright, we'll keep this hand. Pop our amulet. Get a forest in turn. They get a human out. We are going to get our forest down. Get our cub out, and then end turn. And then we are going to power up our cub and attach the bow to him. And then we'll get out our Bird's Paradise. And then we'll attack for 3, shooting this guy down because he can get a 1/1. And there hit me for 1 and get a 2/2 out. And then I shall... 4 mana, let's get them out. Let's attack for 3. Shooting that down. They get a 1/1 again. Oh gosh. I can't play that. Can play... Okay, so I can play Helm, which will then allow me to play them. And then I'll attack for 3 again, shooting down your 1/1 again. They're going to double block. We'll get rid of that guy. He's now a 4/4. Okay. That's fine. Oh, that's not fine. Okay. Let's attach the bow. And let's attack. Everyone's going to get a power-up. This guy's going to die. And then, yep, they die. They die. Sweet. We wiped the board clean. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of our guys, but I could have actually attached to the bow. That stinks. It's fine. Let's Evolving Wilds, pop it. Forest, it doesn't much matter at this point, though. Elvish Piper does matter, but honestly, oh, never mind. Alright, tap 1. Give me the Worldspine Worm. And give me this guy. And then we'll end turn. And unless you got a board wipe, which you don't, we are going to mess you up. I should have got him out since he has haste. I could have attacked. We won. There we go. Alright. Okay. Let's see what this draft is. It is 9th edition. I think I could do 9th. I wouldn't be very good at it, but I think I could do 9th. Let's see what this one is. Zendikir thing. I should be looking at these stores to see what all they have, but I'm not. I'm being a bad. Indestruct double. Don't know what that is. Let's see what this one is. It is draft. Kamigawa. You know I love me some Kamigawa. Let's do a second draft in this episode. Because you know those always turn out well for me. On this card, attacks or blocks, create a 1/1 spirit. Search your land for a plains, reveal it. Okay. That's a 3-drop. Blue's good in this, so is black. I'll get white. Good lord, it's the exact same thing. No, it's a different thing. Okay. Enters battlefield, deals 2 damage to any target. That's awesome. I could do white-red. That would be a good combo. Let's get that. Alright. So we're playing white-red. This card enters battlefield or dies for 1 encounter on target creature or vehicle you control. Flying 3/2. 6/6, but that's that. Let's get them. What is this? Creature was dealt damage. This turn, source control die. Exile instead. Deals 1 damage to opponent. This field costs 1 less cast for each equipment you control, which won't be many. Excuse me. Core vehicle. God, that's a lot to read. There's an equipment. He's a 2/2. When you cast your next creature spell, okay, sure. Let's get him. He's 1. Samurai. And Samurai Swords. Let's do Samurai Swords. Samurai Swords again. Let's do that. Dragon Reactor. Whenever this card or another artifact enters battlefield under your control, you put a charge counter on this. Tap 4, sacrifice this. It deals damage equal to a number of charge counters to target player. That much damage up to 1 target creature. Okay. Tap, spin this mana, only activate abilities or artifact spells. God, he's so much. Actually, I'm getting equipments, and that guy will combo good. Lifelink. Crew 366, like that. Sideboard that. Sideboard that. Gain control of target creature, untap it. Trample haste, let's take that. Sideboard that. Ninja Reaper thing. When we were young. Vigilance, at the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1 if you do create a 1/1 colorless token for each shrine you control, which would be 1 at least, and I could get more. I'm gonna take this away from somebody. It's really good. I know it's really good because I fought it, and it's annoying. There's another shrine, so I could do shrines. Let's do shrines. And then he gets a 2/0 power up for each modified creature you control. That's actually decent for this deck. Red, white, samurai. Another shrine. Vigilance 4/4. Kind of like that. Let's get Helm. Vigilance is going to be useful. Destroy target artifact, mana value 3 or less, you gain 3 life. Let's get that. Exile target creature with power 4 or greater. Exile target enchantment. Ooh, let's get that. Removal is always helpful. Let's get that. Scry 2, gain 2, exile this, get a 2/2 first strikeout. Let's get that. Let's side that. Let's get him. Enchant artifact or creature. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it's 2/1 power up. Let's get that. Let's get him. Side that. Alright, new packs. I'm gonna take away that guy from somebody. This enters, draw a card. That's pretty good. Definitely in this form and drafting. Yeah, let's get that. And then exile this, return to battlefield, transform, pay a life, add. Okay. No. This card enters, create a 1/1 spirit token. Whenever a non-token modified creature you control dies, create a 1/1 spirit. Let's get. Well, what is this? Tap 2 until end turn, equipped creature gains XO, where X is the number of times this ability has resolved this turn. So, no. right? Let's get it. It's easy to equip, and it's going to be helpful. Human Samurai, at the beginning of your end step, return this card to its owner's hand. Okay, so he comes out, attacks, comes back. When this card enters, target creature can't block this turn. Let's get the Samurai. Samurais and Shrines. Legend rule doesn't apply. Each legendary control gets 1/1. Each non-token creature you control gets 1/1 for each other creature you control with the same name as that creature. Or power up a guy again. I like power up a guy again. I want Samurais. That's not very good. Let's do that again. And still like the 4/4 Vigilance. Let's deals 4 damage to a creature or blocking creature. Let's get the 4/4 Vigilance. Legendary land. Discard this. It deals 4 damage to target attacking or block creature. This ability costs 1 less activate for each legendary creature you control. Which probably won't be that many. Vehicle gains first strike. Vehicle choose attacks. Let's get that. Let's get this. Get her. Get the cat. Get the vehicle. Sideboard that. Sideboard this. Get him. Suggested lands. I don't know why there's an island there. Let's do a little more than what they suggest. Did I mess up and put a blue? Yep. So remove that. And then let's go play. Alright, Samurais. Let's see how we do. If I get a land, I get to draw a card. Let's keep this. We did not get a land, but we still get to play our equipment end turn. So I don't have to discard anything right away until next turn. They get a 2/4 out. Mountain, that gives me 2 mana. I need to get that out early. I can get him out to draw a card. Let's get him down, like I said, draw a card. Ooh, we get a plains, good. That's going to be helpful. They get a 2/2 out. We can kill that with our guy. So let's play the plains. And then let's play... Oh, can't do him yet. I have 3 mana. We can get the lifelinker out and then give him a 2/1 power up. Let's do that. Alright, and then we'll end turn. They're gonna power up their land and give their guy a 1/1 power up, making him a 3/5. Alright, let's get a plains down. That gives me 4 mana. This card gets 2 for each. Okay, so let's do that on him. And then I can't do anything else, so let's equip this. Let's activate that. And then we'll attack for 5. They won't block, good, I gain 5. Or power up their guy again and attack with everything. So I take a lot. I can play him, get rid of the octopus. Every cast enchantment, put a 1 creature on target creature. I like the idea of getting rid of the octopus. Control attacks alone, gets 1/0 till in turn for each Samurai warrior you control. He's a monk. Okay, that stinks. I could channel that, which wouldn't really help. I need a creature. He's got reach, so we're gonna play him. And then we're gonna shoot down that thing. And then we're going to attack for 4. Okay, I'm up to 16. They're going to attack me for 4. I'm going to take it. Uh-oh. When this card enters the battlefield, return target creature to its owner's hand. Crap. Okay, I didn't... stupid ninjutsu. Alright, mountain down. Finally got more, that's good. Let's see. Goblin Orange. Let's do him. And then end turn. Okay, good. They don't. God, he's a 5/5 now. That's bad. Can I get out? Yeah, I can get both of them out. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's give this to him. She's now a 3/3. And if he attacks alone, he's going to get a 1/1 and then a 2/2. No, a 3 power up. So it'll be really big. But he doesn't have trample. Let's attack with him. So he's an 8/4. Okay, they lose their 5/5. That's fine. Good lord. Okay. Plains down. We're finally getting land, which is good. But might be a bit too late. Let's do that. I only have 3, so I can't play one of them. Crap. That was my plan. Alright. Let's give this, not him. Let's give this to him. Let's attack with him. They're not gonna block, so let's power him up. They get a 5/5 haste vigilance. Snake Warrior. Okay. We get a plains. Do I have 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. I guess we'll get this down. We'll get him out. And then we'll power up this guy. Because when he attacks, he'll be a 5/5. Yep. Let's attack with him. They're gonna double block. And when it deals combat damage to player, you may put an artifact card of any value less or equal to the damage and onto the battlefield. Let's get rid of that. And then we'll end. Alright. Gain control of target until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste. Okay, I can't do both. Yeah, that's 5. Gain control of that. Okay. Give me this. I have 3 mana left. Let's attack. So warrior, does warriors get a power up? Yes, they do. So he'll be a 6/6. That's fine. We'll attack you with your own 6/6. You're in block with a 1/1. That stinks. Alright, you get them back. What do I get next turn? Creatures you control get 1/0 till end of turn. Okay. That's whatever. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 1. When you do, this card deals X damage target player or planeswalker with X number of shrines you control. Which right now is 1. Alright. Can I do both? Yeah, I can do both of them. So let's play that. Powering up. Let's do the reach guy. Whenever it dies, so I could attack with them. They would get stronger. Let's do that. Let's attack. They die, and then this becomes a 5/5 or 4/5. I don't have one to tap. So this is going to flip and become a 3/3 trample haste, which is okay. Alright, let's get a katana down. This gets a charge counter. So we'll attach the katanas. Wait, what is the ability? Whenever a samurai you control attacks alone, you can tap 1 and put it on him. Okay, so they will attack alone. And then I'll pay 1 to attach that. So they're 5/5. We're going to get rid of this again. And then I get another 1/1 power up, which I will give to Shrine. Could be a 3/3 first strike. Should be useful. Let's give it to him. So now he's a 5/6. And let's move this to the Shrine. Oh. Sorry, wrong button. Let's move this to the Shrine. And then we'll end doing 1 damage to your opponent. I said yes. Why? Oh, select my opponent. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And we can reattach katanas to the shrine as well. Alright, mountain. Let's attach the katanas to him, actually. Or, because that's, yeah. Let's get this katana to him. He's a 4/3 first strike. And then I could power him up. Okay. So let's end turn. We're going to do 1 to this enemy. On their turn, I'm going to activate this. I'm going to activate it again. Okay, end turn. I got another land, awesome. I can power him up a ton. It's 2. Yeah, let's attack with Helm. And then we're going to power him up. And then see what they do to block. They block with just a 1/1. Okay. And you're going to take 1. Okay. And they're not going to attack me back. My turn. Play her. And then let's just end turn. We'll do that, hitting them. And I'll win next turn. Well, that was dumb. Because now I can do Helm, channel him, hitting my opponent. Then I can Dragon, hit my opponent. And then I win. Yes. Oh my god. Okay. That was a game. And you know what? We're at an hour. So again, just like we started this episode off, we are going to end the draft here and start it back up in the next episode. So if y'all can, like, comment, subscribe. And me and these samurais will see y'all later. Bye, y'all.